Welcome to Clinical Applications Training. This is the video for PDS Training, Personal Demographic Service. When we go live with Medway, every patient will need to be rematched to the spine. This is a simple process and a few scenarios follow. For example, if you are front patient staff in emergency care, you will need to search for your patient when registering an incident. All minimum search criteria needs to be inputted: surname, date of birth and gender. Enter all of the minimum search criteria and click Find. This patient is being brought up on MPI and PDS. Select the local record and click OK. This patient is also registered on the PDS. Click to confirm match. No discrepancies have appeared, so in that instance what you can do is click Save and that will take you into the patient's record. The next instance is when a patient has already been matched. So once again, we can search for our patient using the minimum criteria for search: surname, date of birth and gender. Click Find. Highlight the record for the patient, click OK. Once again, confirm all of the demographics and click Save. You may enter some discrepancies. You may find some discrepancies when searching for patients. So once again, we're going to search for our patient, and this is a different scenario of when we are presented with a discrepancy that we do need to confirm in order to match the PDS. Enter once again our minimum search criteria. And then once we've entered the information in, click Find. So we can highlight our patient's record and click OK. Highlight and click Confirm Match. But in this instance, we do have some discrepancies. As you can see, on the left hand side, it is the other given name. We have Roberta, and on the right hand side, we have Robert. This is when you need to select the radio button next to the correct information. Once the radio button is selected and you know that that information is correct, confirmed by the patient, we can then click Confirm. This is now our patient rematched to the spine. And once again, we can continue by saving that screen and registering our incident. Another scenario may be where there is conflicting information. Once again, some discrepancies. In this instance, we'll search again for our minimum criteria: surname, date of birth and gender. And click Find. We can highlight the record and click OK as previous. Once again, highlight the record. In this instance, we have both an incorrect and unverified NHS number, and we've got a different date of birth. There may be instances when some patients arrive at the reception and they're unable to confirm the information, and the carer or the patient's relative is unable to confirm that information as well. In this instance, what you would do is you would select the Defer option because we are unable to confirm and match with the PDS. Once this has been clicked as deferred, the information and the user details will be sent to the relevant team, indicating that unable to be confirmed, but then you'll still be able to continue. And then the relevant team will then be able to match the records, as at the reception it's been unable to be matched. Another instance is when you search for a patient, they may be on the patient on the spine, but they may not be on the local Medway MPI. So once again, we've got our magnifying glass, select the minimum criteria for the search, pop in the information, we do have a different option as well. So if you are unsure of the correct date of birth, such as the range, it could be November, it could be December, we do have different options for finds. So you can search using date of birth range, and then that will give you an option there, such as how many weeks or months, just to confirm that. Also, we've got the SoundX search, names it Sound Familiar. So I'm just going to click find to bring our patient up. So we can see here that our patient is on PDS but not on our local record. So we select the patient as normal and click OK. There's no information there for our MPI, so we need to register our patient. They've matched with the PDS, but we need to register them locally on our system. So select the option register the patient from PDS. And what we do is we fill in all the necessary fields here. So we've got mandatory information pulled in, and we need to just enter any more mandatory information for what we need to do in order to register the patient. Once the mandatory information has been entered in, the information that you want to, you can click save and say yes. And now we have that patient registered on the system. So when a search comes up, they will be coupled. Thank you for watching the clinical applications video for PDS training. Should you require any other information, please contact the extension 2771 option 1. Thank you.